Gerry boy. What doing? Good morning, Genius. Good morning, Palin. How be do? I feel bad. I had to. Well, no, I didn't kick him out, but Alex was playing Hades on the sofa, and I was like, I need to start my stream. And he was like, okay, I'll go upstairs. Carl, thank you very much for the 37 months. How you doing? How's it going? Hades buns. Hades buns. So yeah, I had to just be like, okay, bye-bye. I feel bad kicking him out, and then Fifi was trying to follow him. I was like, no, you gotta stay here. Morning, Vamp. Oh, morning, Newsy. Good morning, Max. Good morning, Joe and Bugs and Bubble and Walnut. How are you all doing? Happy bank holiday to anyone who celebrates it. Morning, Duke. I've seen Nina's art. Of course, Hades has buns. Good morning, Xander. Morning, Harry. Did you all have good weekends? / are you having good weekends right now if it's still your weekend? Celebrate all bank holiday. Gerry. Gerry boy, what are you doing? What are you doing, eh? Harry, thank you very much for the 27 months. Thank you. You being naughty. Being a naughty boy. Good morning, Rob. Okay, bunnies. Okay. Okay. Here you go. There you go. Have your munch. Have your munchingtons. Good morning. Wait, did I say Alice and David and Xander? Good morning. And Saffron and Chris. Good morning, Hansa. Morning, Guy. I had a really lovely weekend. We went to an animal sanctuary on Saturday. Saw lots of little cuties. We saw donkeys and cows and sheep and goats and horses. Well, no, ponies. And bunnies and guinea pigs and chickens and turkeys and ducks and all sorts. And I got to pet the cow. Touch the cow, do it now. I finally got to. I didn't realise how huge cows are. Like, obviously different cows are different sizes, but these ones were absolutely blooming massive. I think I just never been that. They're usually so far away in fields. And the cow was like taller than me. I was like, blooming heck. Imagine that, like, if you went, you know, when people go into fields, the typical, like, cartoon thing, hijinks, where someone goes into a field and then the bull chases them. I was like, that is actually terrifying. The idea of this unit running towards me. Good morning, Cole. So yeah, I was very impressed. And they're so soft as well. They're so lovely. I love their big noses. But yeah, they're very lovely. There were some smaller cows as well, but they were a bit shyer than there were 2 little lady cows and then 3 big boys. And the boys were more confident coming up to the fence. And then there was some little cows as well. They were very lovely. They kept on scratching their tummies on this this big bucket. It was very cute. And the cows had some geese in with them as well. And oh my gosh, the geese were so Larry. Like, morning, Emlyn. Good morning, Talia. The geese would, like, if you came anywhere near the fence, the geese would just be there like, oi, mate, oi, get away. What are you doing? What are you... Get away. And they would, like, peck your shoes if they could reach them and stuff. They were really funny. Geese are such lads. But yeah, I also braved stroking the emus because I've always been quite scared of emus. But other people were stroking them, so I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to be brave. It's probably that they can sense fear. So I braved it. I pet them, and they're very lovely. They make such a weird noise. Like, I don't know if you've heard before, but when I first went over to the emus, I could hear this like drumming sound, and I just assumed like, oh, there must be something inside the shed or something that's like banging on an empty bucket or something like that. And they were like, no, that's just the sound that emus make. They're just talking to each other, and it genuinely sounds like someone just like hitting a big drum. Good morning, Rob. I have seen that emu, yes. I have, but these ones were very lovely. There were 4 of them, and they were very sweet, these emus. They had like a bit of a look about them, and when they would like peck your hands if you held them out, because I guess they were thinking like, do you have food? But they were very lovely. And they were in with a goat and a sheep, who were apparently the goat had come from like a really horrible background, and the sheep was just very protective of them. So they leave the sheep in with them just so that they have a little companion who keeps them feeling safe, which is very cute. But yeah. Ooh. Ooh. What did you find? Couldn't even see something, and yet you somehow found something to munch on. And the donkeys were very lovely as well. The donkeys, like when we went over, they were having these big bags of hay, and they're like chomping sounds, so loud. Just these big chomps. But yeah, all in all, it was a really lovely day. But the one downside was I then was like, okay, I'm like on a real like what you call it, like animal sanctuary high, so I'm gonna book tickets to go to the other one, which has an open day in June, and they're all sold out, which is good because obviously it means that the charity has raised a lot of money and they're gonna have a lot of visitors. But for me, I was like, oh, it means I don't get to go. Though, to be honest, that one is harder to get to than the one we went to this weekend. So I'm not sure I would have actually been able to get to it, even if we had bought tickets. So it's probably good that other people get to go. And then, so that was Saturday. We were at the house for like 8 hours, visiting the animals. And then on... morning, I would see. On Sunday, we got up early and did exercise, which was a bit of a shock to the system, and then went for donuts, which was less of a shock to the system. And I saw my friend who was in Bristol for the weekend, which was nice. So yeah, all in all, a very lovely weekend. Gerry? Good morning, Monday. Morning, Yakaboo. And I guess Alex is still having his weekend because he gets the bank holiday off. But because I'm having some days off later in the week, I was like, oh, I can't take a bank holiday off as well. So yeah, in case people didn't see the schedule, I'm gonna have Thursday and Friday off this week, because it's mine and Alex's wedding anniversary. And I tried to book in that sea shanty massage, but they were booked up for like ages. So we won't be having that until July. So morning, cow. Good morning, owls and put. Good morning, Zara. So yeah, it's a bit of a spread out anniversary this year. Or it could just be for a random reason. No green mist. There will be green mist, just not until July. So I'm looking forward to it. The only thing is, I have to. There were a few options, and I wasn't sure what to pick because I've never really done anything like this before. So the first option was, did we want to be in the room together? did we want to, or did we want to have separate rooms? And I was like, I don't know. Is there any meaning behind this option? Like, what if? And then I told my sister that, and she was like, "Oh, it's in case one of you makes weird noises and it puts the other one off." I guess I'll get to find that out. And the other option was like, they were like, okay, so on the day there'd be a man and a woman, and you can choose which one you want to have during the massage. And I was like, I don't know. Is there any, I don't know. So, and she just kept on throwing these decisions at me, and I was like, I don't know. What do you recommend? Good morning, James. Morning, Striker. The sea shanty massage is basically, so the room is decorated to look like the below deck of an old ship. So all like dark wood and filled with grog, and they pump green mist into the room that smells of seaweed and lavender, and they play sea sounds and sea shanties whilst you have a massage. And then afterwards you get a cup of tea and a ship's biscuit. So that is what we're doing for our anniversary, but over a month after our anniversary. Good morning, Mexicals. Do they take requests? I don't know. What is a ship's biscuit? So ship's biscuit, it's like a hardtack biscuit. It's basically the most simple biscuit you can imagine. It's like water and flour, and they were just made to last for a long time and to not get weevils in and to just be sustenance. It's like the most simple biscuit you could ever have. Limewood, thank you very much for the 34 months. Good morning. So whether they might have salt in as well. Just for some flavour. But yeah. Good morning, Motara. It will be an experience, I think. Maybe? I don't know. But I said like, oh, is there anything in particular you advise wearing? And she was like, I advise that you wear loose-fitting clothing because it's really horrible if you've just had a really nice massage and then you have to try and put leggings on. I was like, okay. So yeah, I will wear my flowingest, the loosest, most relaxing clothing so that afterwards I could just be fully, maybe I'll get a muumuu. Is that what they're called? The big dresses? A muumuu? Which reminds me, actually, this morning, Alex did a online shop last night. And he was like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to get it to come between at 6:30 because I'll be awake. And then guess who was actually woken up by the door this morning? And I was so sleepy. I was like, I don't know if I have time to try and fully get dressed. So I just opened the door at 6:30 in the morning wearing only an oodie. Just good morning. I'm going to assume that I didn't accidentally flash the poor Sainsbury's delivery lady. Hopefully. I guess I'll see if there's any complaints through. But yeah, then thankfully Alex was there were 3 crates and he came down when she was unloading the last one and he was like, you can go back to bed if you like. I was like, thank you, night night. But yes, good old 6:30 a.m. shopping. I've been thinking about getting some harem pants. But I think it's just about finding ones that would have the right length. Because a lot of those things are quite short. And I'd want them to be nice and long. But they probably do long ones somewhere. I'm sure if you get ones on Etsy or something, they might do nice long ones. Well, yeah, something like that would be ideal, I guess. Just something made with like a nice light linen material that's nice and loose fitting. Baggy pants are pretty easy to sew. I don't know if I'd trust myself to hand make something like that. Hobbit trousers. They don't have to be long. True. I think I just prefer things that are like comfortably long. Like I had these I wore these exercise trousers yesterday when we went out, and they were just like, you know when something is just a little bit too short and it's so annoying, so I just rolled them up. But I was just like, this is such an annoying length. They either need to be a smidge longer or a lot shorter. Yeah, I just rolled them up in the end. Fifi, you were looking so sleepy and peaceful. What's this? Oh, did I startle you from your crime? Morning, Night Sam. Fifi. No. No. You pickle. Wait, what if I just... What if I remove the crime element? Come on in, megalomaniac. She's just trying to eat the evidence now. Vivi. What have you found? You're not a beaver. But I was thinking about getting some new clothes anyway, because I would like to start doing yoga, because I found a place that does yoga in Bristol, and I was thinking it could be quite nice to get into that, but I don't really have any suitable clothes for that either, so I think just a few bits and bobs I need to get. Good morning, Jamie. I was looking at like bamboo ones the other night. Do they do vegan yogurt? You can get vegan yogurt, yeah. Get some very nice vegan yogurt. But yeah. Is there a rabbit yoga position, or let's always downward dog? I think it's mostly based on like trees and warriors. Isn't there one that's called like baby or something? There's a baby position, I think. Hello. What are you up to, Jerry boy? You confused because the chair moved. No. Pickles. It's called the bunny flop. You just lay around and snooze. Oh, that sounds nice. Can I ask for a Jerry hat? Phelan, is it your birthday? Oh, I can see it. It's hidden behind the treat bag. If I move, they're going to get excited. Wait, maybe I can distract them with... Jerry, do you want the last of the pellets that you forgot about? No, wait. Oh, I threw them over there. Jerry, they're over there. Jerry, they're over there. Jerry, away. There you go. Okay, maybe that will distract them long enough for me to get the hat. Jerry. Do. No, Jerry. Maybe if I push this chair out the way, I'll be able to hat he. What? Do you want this one? You're not in a big breakfast mood. Do you know he He was so keen for his breakfast this morning. He was like sat on his bed for ages, just like, breakfast, please. Now he's had a little bit and he's like, no. Eddie, thank you very much for the sub. 2 whole years. Oh my gosh, it is. Sniffer. Did I brush him? No, he's probably just in between boat cycles or something at the moment. I've not brushed Gerry in ages. Oh, he wised up. It's okay, Gerry. It's okay. You get nice and cozy. Be a nice cozy boy. Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to get their ice pod. They're gonna be warm Banooies. Here we go. Happy birthday, Palin! I hope you have a very, very lovely birthday today. And oh, I thought Fifi was gonna knock it off. Happy birthday. Is there an origin? It's just because it was Fifi's birthday last. And she was 7. So the next birthday hat will have a 9 on it for the boy. For the boy. So this is actually Fifi's one. Gerry's one is... I don't know what happened to Gerry's last one. 9 months old, yeah. Just a baby. I sent off a picture of Giulietta to the rescue yesterday, and they said like, oh, the hamsters have been really quiet recently, like no one's really been asking about them. I was like, oh. But that's okay. All it takes is for one person to want a little home, for her to get a home. So just Anho needs to get a hamster, yeah. So it might still happen. Fimke's crossed. She get some interest. I hope. Anho's throne page has Giulietta on it. I need to book her into the vet again, actually, for getting her nails did, as they've got long again. I was thinking, like, I've been trying to think through if I could give it a go doing it myself, but they're just, like, so wriggly and so tiny, and I worry I would accidentally take off a finger nubbin or something, so it's just not worth the risk. You have a Sarah question. Yes. Morning, Tim. He do be like that. Just the immediate turnaround of can you cuddle my butt? Thank you. Nothing wrong with playing it safe. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just like, I would rather like I'd rather just leave it up to the professionals because I know that they're gonna have their techniques and help to do it properly. Does Sarah hang out a lot with Gemma, and how crazy do those two be? I don't know, truth be told. I don't really keep tabs on them. So I don't know. She mentioned Gemma on Craft Stream. I mean, they're at the Succession thing today, but I couldn't tell you how frequently or vigorously. Do keep tabs, yeah. Tabs keeps himself on Kirsty. I don't have to keep tabs on Kirsty. But no, not a question I can answer. I don't make a habit of of keeping note of what people are up to and with who. Just need to hide in bushes like like Ted. Yeah. Yeah. I'm afraid I'm too lazy to be a stalker, so I cannot tell you. But it is exciting that it is the Succession final has happened, and I've got to wait to watch it. But I'm very excited, like excited and sad as well. Like it's always sad when a series ends, but hopefully as it's ending on a good note, like they're ending on a high instead of letting it just carry on, is good. Have enough trouble keeping an eye on Gerry's social life. Yeah, this boy. Did they finally success though? Is that wrestling or Marvels? No, it's a TV show written by the same person who wrote Peep Show, I think, Jesse Armstrong. It's good. I think it had like 4 seasons or 4 or 5 seasons. Maybe it's just 4. But yeah, it's good. Well, I mean, it's good if you're into it, sort of thing. It's not for everyone. Good morning, nuns. How you doing? Fifi she's currently in that box. Oh, it stopped wriggling now. She's in the collapsed box. There you go. It do be wriggling. It do be wriggling. But yeah, she criming. Oh no, she's in the castle now. Tea. I don't know what she's up to. It looks like she's up to something, but I'm not sure what. I think she's just thinking what to do. I need to remember to do that medicine after the stream, actually. I thought of a good present for Rydian, a little desktop holder for his glasses when he does that thing. We should really just get him, you know, when people have glasses on a string, so he doesn't have to put them down every time he needs to to rub his face. Oh geez, I hope it'll be okay on Friday. Although it seems like when I wasn't there, Rydian seemed to enjoy winding Kirsty up more than the other way around. So maybe he'll be fine on Friday when it's just the two of them again. Maybe it's his chance to rebel and become the chaos instead of trying to weather the chaos. I don't know what they're going to play though. I don't know if they're doing more Portal. I don't know if they've decided. But yeah, hopefully they'll have fun. Feels weird to miss Kirby Craft. But yes, just as a one-off. Oh. But I need to decide, now we know that we can't have the sea shanty massage on the day, we need to decide what to do on our actual anniversary. Another wedding? Well, the wedding was a long time ago. It's a wedding celebration this time instead. They could play that relaxing penguin platforming game. Yeah, maybe I should suggest that for them. I'll suggest that. I'm sure Rydian would love it. Sure, it will be very calm. Oh, that's a point. I do know one thing I'm gonna do. So because I want to bake some treats for Alex, I thought I could do that on the baking stream. So I'm gonna do the preparation on Wednesday for Thursday. So there'll be a variety of things going on Wednesday. I just have to try and decide how much of it I'm going to do on stream. And also the order to do things in, because obviously if you're like staggering bakes, you don't want to have too much, don't want to lose track of things. I'm also trying to decide whether, because Ruth did her baking stream yesterday, and I was trying to decide whether, like, she just used like her phone, and I was thinking I could just use my phone. I could just have a phone and not overcomplicate it. But then I was also thinking I quite like to have music playing in the background, because sometimes I find it very awkward, the thought of the only sounds being me. So, which I guess it is for bun streams, but you're looking at bunnies, so it's fine. They're enough of a distraction. But in lieu of bunnies, I was thinking, oh, should I do it on the laptop so I can play music? Did get the clip-on mic working, yeah. So could have the little clip-on mic and use the laptop and my webcam. Hello, Fifi. There she go. And that way I can have I won't be able to hear the music, so and I won't be able to hear alerts either. So I just have to rely on people to tell me if the music stops at any point, or if it's too loud, or if there is an alert. As long as you don't drop any knives or cream like Ruth, you'll be grand. I did see that. I did see those clips. Morning, Ruben. I saw her knife throwing act. It was very impressive. Dear, oh dear. But yeah, I have to make a list of ingredients that I want today, and then find time to toddle out to the shops tomorrow. Because I think I've pretty much decided I would like to bake 4 different things. But I also think I don't know if I have enough trays to do 4 different things. So it might come down to, I might have to change up what I was planning to do based on, because I was like, oh, should I just buy a new baking tray? And I was like, oh no, I probably, this is the month where our mortgage goes up. I probably shouldn't buy trays just for one thing I want to bake probably once and then never again. Gerry, is that comfortable? I didn't think so. Baking stream, yeah, there'll be a baking stream on Wednesday. If all else fails, just make pancakes. True. I can make pancakes. Set up a Kickstarter for one in brackets 1 baking tray. But the ones I have are probably suitable. Not perfect, but probably suitable. I remember baking 3 different things for my catering exam. At one point I had to sit down and direct my teacher exactly because I couldn't move my back. Oh no. Oh no. Last week I had my naughty kitty do a zoomie across the kitchen bench and knocked the knife off the chopping board, spinning it towards my shins. Oh jeez. That is a little bit spoopy. That is a little bit spoopy. What is a mortgage? Well, I think it actually translates to death pact. Because I guess the idea is that if one of you dies, it gets paid off. It's very romantic. Very, very romantic indeed. Something like that. Fitting name, yeah. Doesn't sound like a very cool death pact. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is that so? Yes, that is how it works. Which I guess is why you get a lot of suspicious things with, ladies wearing, what are they called? Like the long, feathered edged dressing gowns, and saying, oh, surely it was a terrible tragedy the way he fell down the stairs. I did love my husband very much. I might get a mortgage for that. No. Oh no. Oh no. The widow's evening gown, yeah. But yes. It is going up annoyingly much this month. So no baking trays. No, what's it called? No fancy spending. Only necessities such as a new castle for the bunnies. You know, just the basics. I got distracted for a bit and I came back to a very out of context conversation. Look at he. They're both having a little toffee together. Have you synced up? It's very sweet. It's very sweet indeed. Munch, 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 munch. Little poo kisses. Bunnies are weird. But yeah, the ones that I was looking at, they're for doing like, because I wanted to make some mini Victoria sponges. So they're basically like, you get 12 tiny like it's like a spring form mini cake tray. And they're like, oh no, it's not spring form, is it? Like a loose tin. And they look very cute. I imagine it must be a nightmare trying to keep track of all the little bits that go into the bottom of the pots, but I was tempted to get that. But I do technically just have like a cupcake tray and a muffin tray, so I guess it won't be the perfect shape for mini Victoria sponges, but I guess I can just use those. They will do the job. Unless I can find one that's like super cheap somewhere. If there's one at like the Range or a pound shop, maybe I will treat myself to that. Good morning, Darkstar. Just finished watching the crafting VOD. It was a bit of a disaster, this one. Like, the clay just didn't really go to plan. But I got to do some painting, and the painting was nice. It was very relaxing, just doing random request paintings with only the 5 colours that I was given. Toffee cake. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. Lizzie, you got clay lungs now. You don't need to try if you simply eat the cake mix. Plus, you don't need to waste time with putting the oven on. Your butterscotch angel delight meditating in Egypt will live rent-free in my mind for many a times. You guys might like quilling. What's quilling? Felt like you were the least chaotic, which is strange. I think I tend to be quite quiet on craft streams, to be honest. I think because I just concentrate. So a lot of the time when I'm doing like clip videos and stuff, I'll look for clips from me of the craft stream, and I'm like, I didn't say anything because I was just too busy focusing on the crafts. But yeah, it was good. I always enjoy them. They're like art therapy. Oh yeah, the spiral pit. Yeah, that does look very good. It looks very fiddly, but very fancy and very beautiful. How do you get the paper to not just unspiral and just ping away? I guess is it just quick drying glue? Bye, Karana. Thank you for stopping by. Unless you're with Cassie, you're most definitely a chaotic one. Me? No. calming influence me. But yeah, I'm excited to do some baking. I don't know if I will get everything I want to get done because I wanted to do both sweet and savory. But I guess I'll just start and see where it goes. And anything that I don't get done to Wednesday can be done on the day instead. Because I guess cakes and stuff should keep for a little while. That's the other thing, is I'm worried about just making too much and having loads left over. But that should be fine. It should be fine. But yeah, I went on a bit of a down a bit of a rabbit hole looking at kitchenware the other day, and there was there's so many different things. If I could just spend, if I got given a £200 voucher for the kitchenware department of John Lewis or something, I wouldn't struggle at all to spend it. There's so many things where I'm like, ooh, a silicone brownie bake tray. Yes, please. And I need to get a new pastry brush as well, because my one I've had two that have broken now. So I was thinking, oh, should I get a silicone pastry brush instead? Because I've always gone for the hairy ones, but maybe they're good morning, Nico. Maybe it would be good to just brave it and get a silicone one. Look at so many kitchen stuff. Yeah. Kitchen stuff is just so good. So it's something you can live without but also need. Yeah. Bunnies, I've just seen the time. Would you like your... I mean, it's in a bowl, I'm afraid. Gerry has accepted the bowl. You can also guess what animal you think is in the bowl. It'll either be an otter, a stoat, a dormouse, a badger, or a hedgehog. Place your bets now. Wait. I just realised you could see. Gerry. Maybe I should save some. No, Gerry's okay. It is indeed the dormouse. I suddenly realised that the name was visible when I was saying it. If you had your peepers peeled. You've had these bowls, not these exact ones, because the ones I had were at my parents' house, but my sister got these for me when we moved. But we always used to enjoy them as children, seeing which one you'd want. I would always want to get the badger. My sister would always want to get the hedgehog. I think my brother might have been the dormouse, but I can't remember which his favourite one was. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, when we moved, my sister was like, you can have the bowls now. And I still get excited. If you're just I I mean, sometimes you accidentally pay attention when you're like dishing stuff up, but if you've ever not paid attention, it's just a bit of excitement, isn't it? Not knowing what's at the bottom of your bowl. They're very sweet. Gerry, you're looking very distinguished. Hello, Fifi. I'm being checked to see if I'm hiding any further treats. Have I passed the inspection, Fifi? Did you ever fall out based on the bowls you got? We had some tense moments over who got what stocking at Christmas. No, I think it was always very amicable. But with stockings, we had like our own stockings, like with our names on, and we've had the same ones like as long as I can remember. They're sort of like falling apart now, but we still use them at Christmas. I think I have a picture of my one somewhere. They're like proper old school, like they've got like felt cut out pieces glued onto them and stuff. I think they're from the 80s. So they have done very well to last as long as they have. But yeah. And we also had these like, imagine just like sturdy bin bags but red. My parents wanted to get us some like matching like fancy sacks for our Christmas presents to go in, but at the time they were like, okay, we can't afford to get these, so we'll just get these bags and we'd draw, like, write the kids' names on, and we'd draw Santa and snowmen and stuff on them, and then we just used them. We still use them now when we go home for Christmas. And they just never got replaced because they just became part of the tradition to just have these big like plastic bags. And we used to have that's the one thing that there's two things we fight over at Christmas. One was trying to put your bag in the best spot so that you had like the best place to sit to unwrap your presents on Christmas Day, sort of thing. So we'd always try and like nudge the other bags out the way. And the other thing is we have this squeaky Santa that's actually a dog toy that I don't like, no one remembers why we have this. But when the decorations come out the loft, there's always a fight as to who gets to squeak the squeaky Santa first. But because I've moved away to Bristol now, I'll get like a phone call from my sister and I'll just hear the squeaking of the Santa and I'll be like, no. But there was a really funny moment one year when I had a friend, we had a friend who used to live with us for a while because he went to uni nearby. And me, him and my sister were all fighting over the squeaky Santa. And he had like really squeezed the Santa. And Mum was like, I'm on the phone. I've got this like serious call that I'm making. And she was on the phone to like, I don't know, like a bill needed pay or something like that. And my friend just let go of the Santa. And of course, if you ever like squeezed the squeaky toy and then let it go really slowly and there was just the silence and then just we had to very quickly remove ourselves from the room. It was very funny. Very funny indeed. Good morning, Chronicle. Good morning, Rose. But yeah, it was the only thing that would really cause never serious arguments, but just Christmas scuffles would be those things. But yeah, I like that we still have our Christmas sacks. Even though Christmas has changed quite a bit now ever since we've grown up and we've got like my niece and nephew around now. So obviously they have it's become a more, sorry, I got distracted by Fifi's little tongue. Blim, 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 blim. But yeah, is good. No, I do love Christmas. It's a lovely tongue, it is. Bunny tongues are so cute. So cute. Ip, 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 ip. Yeah, same, Hansan. Like, I think, because I guess Christmas does become a little bit like it's obviously still very lovely, but I think when there's like new little ones around, it does sort of give it, like once they're old enough, it does give it like fresh energy at Christmas time. Reminds me of when I'm in a shop and I come across dog toys and I've got to squeeze them and I always squeeze too tight and realise it's about to be really loud. Yeah. Come on in, Ben. It's like I really love you know those pig toys you get? I always have to squeeze those if I see them in shops, the ones that go like huh. I love it. But yeah, I just don't know why we have this dog toy. Charlie has broken 2 of those toys. Oh, bless him. Piggoos. I feel like Gerry is leaning slightly. Oh, Fifi, she has a big tuft sticking out of her cheek. He somehow dislodges the squeaker so it won't oink anymore. Oh no! I wonder if I could call the vet today, or if there'd be bank holidaying. I was trying to decide what I'm going to play later, because I sort of feel like I don't know. You know when you just feel like I keep wanting to play Wild Frost, even though I'm so bad at it and it's so hard and I just never get anywhere. But I just still would have to make a new pastry brush. It's like I just keep on wanting to punish myself by playing this game. It is bank holiday today, yeah. It's very tough but addictive. It is. And then I was thinking like, oh, I could do Hades. I have an urge to play Astroneer, but I don't know if Astroneer will be any fun on my own. And then I've sort of keep on going between like Landlord Super is out now, so I was like, oh, should I do Landlord Super? I can get through maybe one fight in the ice caves before failing. Yeah, same. It just keeps on. Like I played a little bit more on Saturday because I was determined to try and force myself to take a whole day off on Saturday. So every time I went to load up Premiere Pro, I'd be like, no, I'm going to load up Wild Frost instead. You're playing Landlord Super for the first time I watched you. Yeah, I was tempted. Like, I think I would have to start it from the beginning because I just don't really remember what I was doing or how to play or anything. So I think I would have to start it again. But it's got Kirsty in it now. Another reason to play. I mainly remember the peeing in the cement. Yeah. This is the first time that anyone that isn't a landlord has said that sentence. But yeah, it's I was tempted to play that. I'm sort of bouncing between Peglin, Landlord Super, Hades, and an unknown game that I've not thought of yet. I don't know, I just feel like playing everything. Thank you, Harry, thank you very much for the 35 months. Beep, boop, boop, beep. 35, this is getting silly. Very silly. Very silly. The Gollum game looks cool. Everyone I know who's played it says I feel like a shell of a human. But yeah, I just can't decide what I feel in the mood for. I feel a bit floaty at the moment. Rav's played it all in one sitting, and he said it just is not good. It's just not good. I sort of wish I wish I had I wish I had more of a taste for big games. Like when I see people playing, doing these big series of like Mass Effect or Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls or whatever, and I'm like, I wish I wanted to play those sorts of games so I could just know that like every Monday I play this game, but I just don't get the love for them. I was even tempted. I was like, maybe I should just play XCOM 2 again. Just sink my teeth back into XCOM. But yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could give Chimera Squad another go. I much prefer the random games every stream. Did I ever play Horizon Zero Dawn? No, that's not really my sort of game. I watched Alex play a bit of it, and to be honest, even watching him play it, I found it a bit annoying, unfortunately. But yeah, Alex keeps on saying, maybe you should try God of War because it's got like mythology and stuff and you might like that. But I don't know. I think I'd find the in-between bits annoying. What are your types of games? I tend to like, I don't know, weird things. A random mix of weird things. Maybe you like Final Fantasy? No, I've never really got on with the Final Fantasy games. Well, since like 7, when I was a child. Sandwich Guy, thank you for the follow. Harvest Moon? Harvest Moon became Story of Seasons, didn't it? That's a bit of a good description. I don't know. It really like takes. It's whatever takes my fancy on the day. Because some days I'll be like, I'm gonna play Dinosaur Fossil Hunter because that's just what I really feel like. And then the next day I'll be like, no, I want to play Passepartout. The next day I'll be like, no, I want to play Wobble Dogs or something. I never really I just sort of it feels very down to whatever I feel like 5 minutes before I load up the stream. Oh, I know what I was gonna give a go. But I've forgotten the name of it. I never know what I want to play until the very second I start playing a game. Yeah, that's the thing. Just like some days you fire at Twitter and see some Stardew out and want to play Stardew. Yes, sometimes you do just want to play Stardew. Slime Rancher 2, I was going to wait until that was out because I think I was very quickly catching up to where the content stopped when I was playing it before. And I didn't want to get to like get there and have to stop. So what was the other thing? Boop, boop. I think I missed the special bunny ooblet. Oh no. No, there was like a limited edition bunny oob and I kept meaning to play and then I didn't play and I think I missed it. There was a bunny ooblet, yeah. Or Power Sim. Power Sim is always a good shout. I also have, what do I have? I have Lawnmower Sim. I do have Car Mechanic Sim. I do have, I'd love to see you get into Sea of Thieves again. I should see if Longest Johns want to play Sea of Thieves again. That was good fun. I don't know if they play much anymore. But yeah, there's just, I think they dabble. There's so many. Didn't you mean that? Oh yeah, there was the little kid. Play Wellerman. That kid. No, that was good fun. That was good fun. Waiting for Power Sim to go on sale so I can make it my new podcast game. But yeah, I definitely just, I don't know, I'll sit and I'll scroll through my Steam list and just be like, what do I actually want to do? And then I'll close Steam and I'll open up Game Pass and be like, do I want to do anything here? And then I'll see what's free on Epic and I'll go through that. And then I'll go back to Steam. And I'll just keep doing that until eventually I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play this. I just feel a bit like, it's not like there's not stuff I want to play. It's waiting for the day that my mood matches what I want to play. But yeah. But yes. I'm amazed how many crossovers. Oh yeah, isn't there like a SpongeBob Power Sim thing coming out soon? Or it's been announced at least. And there was another one, but I can't think what it was. But yeah. What yes. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off and get some stuff done before oh yeah, there's Tomb Raider, there's Final Fantasy. There is another one coming out. I can't think what it is. Meg J Sips Animals. Oh, I don't know. I guess we can go to J. You played Flockers, Lemmings with Sheep. No, I had never played Lemmings, truth be told. But yeah, I'll find something to play. I just keep getting the urge to play the sort of like Slay the Spire-y, Peglin-y, Monster Train-y, Wild Frosty sort of games at the moment. But I do need to be careful with those sorts of games because they tend to be the ones that are most likely to make me angry. There's a fine line. I could try Across the Obelisk on my Todd. Guess I've only ever done it as a 4-player. I've still not tried Aces and Adventures. That's true. Well, we'll all find out together what game I've chosen later at 2 p.m. BST. But yeah, I hope you all have very lovely days, and I'll see some of you later. The rest of you, look after yourselves, be good, and yeah, thank you for chatting and having and stopping by and having little chats. It's been nice. Look after yourselves. Find out next time on twitch.tv/BridieKate. Bye everyone. Bye. Fifi has finally decided she is groomed enough. Although I will have to wake you up to give you your medicine in like 40 seconds, Fifi. So don't get too cozy. Thank you, Bubble. Bye bye. Abu.